Sprite Castle. Sprite Castle. Sprite Castle.
Mr. Rob O'Hara.
Sprite Castle.
I'm eating pizza. That's a good way to start the show. One slice of carb-friendly pizza. You can't beat it. Well, I'm looking in the chat room right now, and gosh, slow goings tonight. I see Any Toe. I see Rush 1169. I'll probably get in trouble for saying that I've never been I don't want to say I'm not a fan of Rush. I mean, I'm not a fan of Rush. I don't dislike Rush. I just think I didn't get exposed to Rush as a kid. It was not my thing. I think it was just slightly before my time. And it was just enough before my time that it fell in between this little area between on one side you had just a little bit earlier you got Queen, you got Led Zeppelin. I loved all that stuff. And then on the other side you have newer stuff, 80s stuff that I grew up with, AC/DC and eventually Iron Maiden and Metallica, Megadeth, Motley Crue. Just kind of stalling for time. Hey, Tintin, what's going on? I don't know if it's just you and some bots. It's like slow goings today. Let's see. Hey, Delta Lima 212. What's in the house tonight? I am. This is probably some sort of beer foul, but I got this tumbler for going to the same place and ordering so many beers that they just gave me my own glass. They were like, "Geez, you just want your own tumbler?" And I said, "Yeah." And now I'm drinking water out of it. So, what are you gonna do? Hey, let's see if this comes up. This is a script I wrote. Let's go over to left screen. I hope everything sounds all right. We got the new mic hooked up tonight. I don't know if it's hot. I mean, it looks like it's on the borderline of being too hot, but man, you got to crank up everything on this mixing board to get the right to get everything working. Tintin says the cruise podcast was great. He's going to let things settle just a little bit, and they might book one. Well, yes. So the latest episode of You Don't Know Flack is all about our recent cruise experience, and I really wanted to convey the fact that, if I were to buy if I wanted to buy or like go on a cruise like today, I wouldn't do it. And we were somewhere on the scale of things between nervous and uncomfortable. Nervous is probably where we were, but by the time we came back, we were uncomfortable. Man, it was just this short little window where the numbers were going down, and then and we set all our plans, and we paid for everything, and we got hotels and all that. And then Omicron, I'm never going to say that right. Omicron started just coming back up. Am I popping on the mic? You have to let me know. Because I took the pop shield off because I don't know if I need it on this thing. I do have I don't know what you call this, just like a small pop filter thing. But you'll have to let me know if the pop, if I am marking off. So yeah, this microphone, this is a new dynamic mic. It's a Zoom brand mic. which is different, I think, from the company that made Zoom modems, which I really like. Chris Albright says he has a C64 question. I'm writing a basic program, but when I try to save again, it doesn't save. You mean like just in basic, like when you're trying to save it? You should be able to overwrite something. You know, I've already got a window popped up for what we're going to play, but let's give that a shot. So let's bring up Windvice. Boop, 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 boop. And let's, I think, isn't there an invice where you, or let's see, where you can attach disk 8, and we can do new image, create this image, boop. Oh, create a file name. I don't, where am I? Oh, file name right here. C Games C64 test.d64. Let's create that image and let's mount that image. Okay, so we should be able to take a look here. There should just be a blank disk. And, okay, nothing here. So let's do 10, print hello, and save, test, comma 8, comma 1. Okay, and so now, if we do 20, print hello again. Run. And let's save test, comma 8, comma 1. Okay, so now let's reset. Load our program back. Did not overwrite that file. Very interesting. I wonder if, I certainly thought you could overwrite a file. I'll have to look into that and see if there's, you shouldn't have to delete the file first, I don't think, but that is, rim. Look at that spacing all terrible. Oops. No. Very interesting, Chris. Maybe you do have to erase it. I don't know. It's been a long time since I was... That doesn't seem right, does it? Maybe... Oh, wait. Did I... Let me make sure that I did not attach it now, because I saved it the first time. So it's not like it's in read-only, because I could definitely save test 2. Very interesting. I don't know. Well, Chris, I will look into that because that doesn't, that's not the way I remember things happening. I mean, I remember, doing lots of, basic editing on my BBS, CNET BBS, because all the files were basic and you could load them into memory and edit things. And I certainly don't recall having to delete the main file and then resave the file every time. I'm pretty sure we just saved over and over. So that's weird. That is weird. Wow. Okay. So Tintin says he used to go on 2 cruises a year and haven't been since 2019. Well, we certainly did not go on a cruise in 2020. We had one scheduled. 2020 was our 25th wedding anniversary. And so we planned a cruise to go to Alaska, and it got, we didn't go. I don't remember if they canceled it or we canceled it, but we were like, yeah, that's not happening. And like I said, right towards the end of 2021, everything seemed great. Numbers are going down. Everybody was vaccinated. Everybody was boosted. And so we thought, okay, this is the cruise industry is returning. And so, I mean, the minute we got on that ship, things, I mean, it didn't go bad for us, but you start checking your phone, and then they're like, hey, they're not letting this cruise ship, this other cruise ship, go to a port, and they're not letting these people dock. And we were like, oh, man. And so all of a sudden, you kind of, in the back of your head, you got your fingers crossed a little bit, you know. So, yeah, it worked out good for us, but I would definitely wait for things to cool back off before I were to do one again. So, Delta, I've got, one thing about this mic I noticed is it's so directional that if you turn your head, like if I turn like this, it gets real quiet, and then when it gets louder when I go back. So I've really got to, the Blue Yeti was picking up everything in the room, but that was the problem, is that it was picking up the echo off the ceiling, off the wall, all this stuff. Hey, if you didn't, if you're not on my Patreon, let me pull this up. I'll get my whole mug on the screen, and you can see the Pixu that I bought. I've been talking about the Pixu a little bit. It is a 64 by 64. Hey, Jeff, we're just getting started. We're just BSing here. This is the Pixu. It's $150. So I just wrote a whole blog review about it. If you want to find out all the technical details, it's on robohara.com. But it's real easy to show. It's easy to show in real time on the video here. I may have just changed it. Nope. If you go, so you have to use this app. It is a 64 by 64 pixel screen. And every pixel is its own LED. So let me go to gallery and new. One downside of this thing is, well, the first downside is it's $150. So if you don't love pixel artwork, not for you. I mean, I told my wife, she was like, well, how would you sell it to somebody? I was like, I would not sell this to somebody. I think if you see this and you're like, oh my God, I love that, then it's for you. And if you say anything less than that, I wouldn't buy it. But I love pixel artwork. And so if I go into new, now their store is completely crowdsourced. So some of those are brighter than others. I don't know if you can see it, but so as you scroll through, I mean, this is just new stuff that's been uploaded, and I'll try to hold this closer because I've got to, okay, so that airplane that's right there, see that airplane? So if I press the airplane and it goes big on the screen, and then as you can see behind me, it instantly updates the screen. And so it's, you can do Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. Mine's on Wi-Fi. I haven't seen it chattering too much when I'm not updating it yet, but I spent too many years working in IT and security that when I hook up a new device that's made in another country, especially one that comes right from China, I mean, they don't hide the fact that it's made in China and the app is from Hong Kong. I like to watch the network for a few days and just see what kind of traffic is going back and forth. So anyway, so one of the things I did, let me show you this. And I know I'm looking at a phone, which doesn't make a lot of sense. I found a website that had every animated enemy from Bard's Tale. And so I downloaded every animated, I saved these as animated GIFs. I'm going to say GIF. I'm not a GIF guy. I saved them as animated GIFs. And then you can import them into this app. So also what I did was I found a Sprite sheet where someone had dumped all the animation cycles from the Running Man from Impossible Mission. And so I took each one of those Sprite things and pasted them into a layer on Photoshop and then assembled an animated GIF in Photoshop by layers, which you can do. And so if I pull up the guy, you can see, he's on the screen. So anytime, this is almost a problem with this thing, because as you can see the pictures, I'm getting Twitch notifications. Oh no, I got a notification for the Retroist. So when you scroll through your pictures, every time you go to another picture, it updates your stupid screen thing. So that's one thing that's a little annoying. And they are the same color. It's just that I've got a LED light right in front of me. You can follow me on Pixu app. They have a lot of social media stuff that I don't get. Like they're like, follow all these people and you'll get a medal. And I'm too old for that crap, man. But, anyway, there is an art, like a way to draw things on here, but it's not, it's not, you're just going to draw a terrible, but what you can do is draw something in Photoshop that's 64 by 64 pixels and, then import it over either as an animated GIF or something. So there's a million ways to find artwork. And I have no idea how many pictures are in this, thousands or 10,000s, because it just doesn't give you a number, but it's a huge amount. But what you can do is if you find an artist, like here's a guy called Best Game GIFs, and then you can follow him. And so it shows all of his stuff that he has uploaded, right? I love that Han Solo. That's a Han Solo from Super Star Wars. And so just click on that, and then it does that. Now what you could do on this thing is you could say, follow this guy, and it will just scroll through all his artwork on back there. So a lot of fun stuff to do with it. I'm going to tell you in 60 seconds. Well, I can't do two things at once. You guys, if you've watched this show, you know that. So let me get it flicked back over to like a DOS. But there are APIs, but I guess there's no documentation for the APIs. That's past my pay grade, but they have built in things like calendars and countdown timers and alarms and blah, blah, all this different stuff like that. But they also have all these APIs where you can tie into show, yes, Han shot first on this. He's the only guy shooting. So you can, on this, oh, okay. For overwrite. Well, that makes sense. And then a colon and then a name. All right. Yeah, I knew there was some way to do it because I don't recall deleting a file and saving it over and over. So, so there's all these APIs where you can hook it into your Twitter account or your Twitch, and then it'll show hey, right now you've got, 100 followers, or for me, 3 followers, or whatever. If you wanted to tie it into that, but I don't really understand how the API stuff works. And what I do know is that you got to log into this app from Hong Kong, and then you got to put in your credentials for Twitch and Twitter and stuff like that, which I'm not crazy about doing. So I probably won't be doing a lot of that. But if this thing did nothing else but just show pixel artwork all the time, I'd be pleased as punch. If you like that era of artwork, you like, 8-bit graphics, 16-bit graphics. Now, by the way, they do have this is 64 by 64 pixels. It's called the Pixu 64. There is a 32 by 32 and there is a 16 by 16, and all those are going to show up in the app if you want. You could say only show me the ones for this device, but it's also backwards compatible. And so if you do the 32 by 32, it just blows all the pixels up into 2 by 2 blocks instead of one block. And so it just kind of resamples and makes them larger. Chris Albright says he's behind on my Patreon stuff and doesn't know what Like a DOS is. Well, let me tell you, Like a DOS is my new podcast, which will be coming out Thursday or Friday. It's very similar to Sprite Castle, except for I'm going to be talking about DOS games. There were a few DOS podcasts out there, and they all seem to have, not all, but most of them seem to, the ones I was listening to went dormant. I know there's some other, I guess they're podcasts, but it's more like groups of guys getting together and chatting about games and stuff like that, but not a lot of details about the games. So if you've heard Sprite Castle, you kind of know the format that Like a DOS is going to take. It's going to be the same type of thing. I'm going to talk about the games. It's a little different. Like one of the things in the DOS one I'm going to talk about are the system requirements, which wasn't really a deal on Commodore games. Every Commodore game will be, will work on your Commodore 64, right? I mean, 99.9999. But DOS, and that's the reason why that we're going to be playing Rogue tonight. And so I'll go ahead and that's a good time to transition. This is going to be the first game that I review on the show. By the way, if you subscribe to the Master Amigos feed, that's I believe it's anchor.fm/Amigos podcast. You'll get this show. This is going to be going on their feed. If you subscribe to my catch-all feed, the Robcast feed, which is on iTunes and it's on my website, then you will get this. It's also going to have its own iTunes feed. So if you just want Like a DOS, which would be odd because you're here, so I would think you're probably listening to one of my other shows, but maybe there's shows that you want or don't want, something like that. But yeah. And then the fourth week. So to recap, what I'm doing this year, the plan right now, I'm still going to be doing 4 podcasts a month, which is a lot of podcasts. But last year, what I was doing was I was alternating 2 Sprite Castles and 2 You Don't Know Flacks every month. What I'm going to be doing this year is the first week of the month is Sprite Castle. The second one is You Don't Know Flack. The third one is Like a DOS. And then the fourth week of the month will be Cactus Flax, which was my arcade podcast. And it's not just arcade games. It's the arcade games that I owned, that I physically owned. And so, again, I talk about the games, I'll talk about the company and stuff like that, but I'm also talking about the actual machines that I owned. Where did I buy them? How many or how much did I pay for it? Was there anything, did I have to repair anything? All that kind of stuff. So if you see Steel Rat in the chat, he's probably going to appear in many of the stories because he helped me move many of the machines and fix many of the machines. So he's appears in a lot of my podcasts, but that's what Cactus Flax is. Over the years, I owned about 100 arcade machines. Some of those kind of came and went. Some never really made it into the arcade. Some never worked. So there'll be fun stories, but I think I plotted stuff out, and I think it's going to run about 60 episodes. And one of the things when I set up Cactus Flax in the very beginning, I need to get on with the show here, but when I set up Cactus Flax was I wanted a podcast that had a definite beginning and definite ending. Like I did the math one time, and I think if I did an episode of Sprite Castle every day, that it was going to take like 300 years to do every Commodore 64 game. Like it will never happen. I'll never run out of Commodore games. They're making new games all the time for the 64. But Cactus Flax, what I liked about it is here's the machines I owned. Here's the list of machines I owned, and just 1, 2, 3, 4, and go through the whole list. So Jeff nailed it. If you own an arcade machine, you will have to fix something. I think in my book, in Invading Spaces, I said, if you're going to get into collecting arcade games, you got 4 options. One is learn how to fix arcade games. Number 2, become friends with someone who knows how to fix arcade games. Number 3, get used to paying people to fix your arcade games. Or 4, enjoy your collection of broken arcade games. That's pretty much your 4 options. There is no option where you buy them and they just work forever. It's unfortunate. So, by the way, Chris says, what's my favorite DOS game? I don't know. I don't know yet. I'm going to have to go through these. I mean, I've played a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that I, haven't played yet, just different eras and stuff. So, I have a lot of favorites. And by the way, we're going to skip that. Let's get started here with Rogue. Rogue, there's a reason why Rogue is being featured on episode 1 of Like a DOS, because Rogue is, I think, the first or one of the first IBM games I ever played. Now, Rogue was developed on Unix, and it was on mainframes. And in fact, I believe it's in BSD. Like the executable to run Rogue was put in BSD. So when you installed BSD, you could just type Rogue and you could play Rogue. So it was free. It was developed by these guys: Ken Arnold, John Lane, Michael Toy, Glenn Weichman had some of the. He helped port it to DOS, but so. The very short version, if you want the long version, you'll have to listen to the podcast, which will be coming out here in a couple of days. But the short version is there was this version that was on mainframes. People loved playing it. It was a huge hit. And so these guys got together. I mean, the guys that were writing it said, hey, we could port this to other machines. And so they started porting it to DOS and some other companies, but they didn't have the distribution channels, right? They weren't able to. Oh, hell. I mean, if there's anybody, by the way, if there's anybody that loves a Rogue as much as I do, it's L. Curtis Boyle. So hello, L. Curtis Boyle. So I was just giving everybody the lowdown of the new show, which is Like a DOS, where I'm going to be playing DOS games. And so this is going to be episode 1. I mean, not this recording, but episode 1, I'll be covering Rogue. And so the really, really, really short version is it was a mainframe game, and then it started getting ported to other computers, but they didn't have good distribution. And so they formed this little company called AI Design, but they were manually copying discs and trying to distribute this game, and they just couldn't keep up. And so they ended up selling the publishing rights to Epyx. And so Epyx were the ones that really started getting it out everywhere. So this version says 1985, which is when Epyx released it. But the AI Design version, I think, says copyright 84, possibly late 83, early 84. But we had an IBM PC Junior when I was a kid, but we had an XT right before that. And with no graphics card, just my dad's first foray into PCs. Let me see if I could get some music going in here in the background, because let's see. Let me know how the levels in that sound. Six o'clock, but we're just getting started with the game. So far, it's been a lot of me running my mouth. I can adjust this with my brand new mixer, by the way. I've had a big thing going on with the on my Patreon, and I upgraded all my hardware, my microphone, better mic, better mixing board, all this stuff, and it's all from my support on Patreon. I mean, the money literally went from that to this. Like, I saved up for a couple of months and upgraded all this stuff, so I'm excited about that. So I have streamed Rogue before a long time ago, but so we'll go over the basics because it's been a long time. So Rogue is one of the most amazing things about it was a oh, thanks, Jezu. It was The dungeons are procedurally generated. So what does that mean? It means that there is a method to the madness. There are logistics that it follows, but the randoms, the rooms are random. The creatures in the rooms are random. The treasure, all the things that you find. In fact, I'm sure what we'll find is, every game is different. And so Rogue is, if you've never played before, Rogue is a little intimidating because if I hit F1, these are the commands for Rogue. It's not as bad as it looks, though. All of them are one letter keyboard, although lowercase and uppercase are different. And space for more. There's a lot of stuff on here. But by the way, the exclamation mark, also I think F10, is a fake DOS supervisor key. Now this is goes back to a time that a lot of people aren't familiar with, but people would sneak games into work and play this game, right? And so you're sitting here playing Rogue, and the boss comes in, and you go, oh no, what are you going to do? And I mean, there's no multitasking. This is pre-Windows, right? And so you're like, oh no, here comes the boss. So let's hit F10. And you're like, oh, I'm just hearing DOS. I'm just playing around. Nothing works, you'll notice. List. Nothing, and you're like, oh, the boss is gone, hit F10. Oh, back to our game. So it's just a fake DOS prompt that would come up, and the boss would come in and you'd be like, I'm crunching these numbers, Bill. Get out of here. I'm crunching these numbers in a DOS prompt, Bill. And then you go back in. So let's go. So, okay. So, you've got your arrow keys. I actually use a number pad, and, what we've got happening right now is a kestrel. Now, there's 26 monsters in Rogue, and each one is represented by a single letter. How fitting that the Superman theme would come on. Now, this is a kind of an advanced thing here, but I don't want to go straight into him because we're an odd number of spaces away, and so when I do, he's going to hit me first. So I'm going to move up one. Actually, I'm going to, oh, hey, Chris, you're so silly. I'm actually going to hit S for search, which takes up a round, and now we're right next to each other. And so what I'm literally going to do is just run into this kestrel. Boom, I run into him. It says, we missed him, and he hit me. So we can look at my hit points down there. My hit points went from 12 to 10. Let's try to hit him again. You don't hit him. He's injured us. We're down to 8. We tried to hit him again. You scored an excellent hit on the kestrel. You notice he's disappeared. You have defeated the kestrel. That is why we got the Superman theme music. The fake spreadsheet, the fake, those are all, different versions of this. I use the diagonal moves all the time, L. Curtis Boyle. We're going to talk about that. Because as you move through Rogue, I know I'm not explaining this to you, but as you move through Rogue, every move is using a certain amount of your food. And if we look at our inventory, we have one thing of food. So it's very possible to get a dungeon generated where there's not enough food for you to play and you will starve to death. So, hey, Texas, what's going on? So, so you have to move diagonally. I'll show you some cheats, or not cheats, but techniques that I use to save steps as you go through the rooms. Now, here's the point of Rogue is to go down X amount of dungeons. L. Curtis remind me, I don't know if it's 20 or whatever, but you go down so many dungeons and you're looking for this this magic amulet. Once you find it, you got to work your way all the way back up. It's pretty tough to do. It's really, really tough to do. 26. Okay, so 26 levels. So, well, let's just play. Let's play some Rogue. So we're going to go over here. Oh, what I was going to say is the high score, if you don't win, your score is listed by how much gold you acquired during the game. So even if you have a crappy, hey, it's Hazemaker 64. The first night I see Hazemaker 64, and I'm not playing a Commodore 64 game. What a bad coincidence from me. What is going on? Raid is in the house. Welcome. What are you playing? What were you playing tonight, Hayes? I have been playing Briley Witch. I just want to get through it. I'm at the point now where I'm like grinding. I gotta finish Briley Witch. 1987 games. You know what's funny is I went to the office today for the first time in many months, and I ordered a calendar from C64 Reloaded that's several years old, and the date on the front is 2017, and all the games in there were from 1987. That guy, he puts out great calendars, and so like January had the big picture of Gauntlet, and one had a picture of Barbarian and stuff. 1987, great year for Commodores. I think, I'm thinking off the top of my head, California Games, I think, is 1987. Yeah, there's a lot of classics. That's man, really, when the 64 was hitting its stride. All right. So anyway, here we are, going through this dungeon. Again, this is, now, one of you, oh, hey, man, thanks for the follow, Steps. So to recap for all the raiders that have come in, I'm a traditionally known as a Commodore 64 guy. I play Commodore 64 stuff. I do a Commodore 64 podcast called Sprite Castle. I've got the Commodore 64 that I owned as a kid is set up right here. Next to it is my Ultimate 64. So I'm a Commodore 64 guy through and through, but I'm starting a new podcast called Like a DOS, where I'm going to be playing DOS games, and so that's why we're playing a DOS game tonight. Now, let me just show you this. Of one of these many thousand commands that are in this game is fast movement. So if I want to go all the way over to the right of this room, I have to hit the right arrow key. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? But if I hit F for fast and hit left, it'll jump me to where there's a choice to be made. Either if I come within contact of an item, or I come within a door or something like that. Chris Albright, you're a goofball. Don't gotta subscribe to this. So if I hit F and go through this is how I reward my subscribers. I call them goofballs. It'll jump us down through the maze here. So let's get started, man. I've been done too much talking. Here's a hobgoblin. We're just going to slam into him over and over. Defeated a hobgoblin. So there's a chance of every level having 9 rooms. There's a kestrel. Oh, God. Don't let me die on level 1. Come on. Come on. All right. Good Lord. And, yeah, so you can build up little macros. I really probably should. One way to build up your hit points is just to move like this, but I'm such a low level that it's not. Oh God, getting a lot of monsters. I leveled up. By the way, F4 I think repeats the last thing because I'm always hitting space bar. Man, I will fight a kestrel right now in real life. So you can hit F4 and it'll show the last message up there at the top. It says, achieve the rank of Guild Novice. So if you hit space and something scrolls by too fast, you can do that. All right. Now what do we got here? Where am I? There's a bat. Bats are pain in the asses because they flitter all around and they're hard to hit sometimes. I'm using a mace. Oh, this game is incredible. This game is really fun. Once you get over the graphics and, Kestrel is just a thing to be demolished. That's their only purpose in life. So here's some gold. It is like a little bird, yeah. We're going to be fighting emus. We're going to be fighting all kinds of things. Those are the stairs down, but we don't want to go on the stairs down yet. Till we get everything on this level. I is an ice monster. Now, ice monsters don't do damage. God, I have no hit points. But ice monsters will freeze you. So if somebody else is coming to attack you, you're hosed. Yeah, you can go back up levels, Hayes, because you got to go all the way down to get the amulet, and then you got to work all the way back up. Yeah. By the way, I don't know if anybody's played Rogue 64 yet. I haven't bought it yet, but I do plan on buying it. And I think it's $5. So that, I mean, that's not bad at all. Okay. So, oh, there's a Kestrel. Oh my gosh. I'm really so now those are weapons. So let's go over here and see what we got. A long sword and a dagger. All right, so now bear with me. We're going to hit W for wield. And right now we're using this +1/+1 mace, which is +1 to hit and +1 to damage. But we're going to switch to a longsword because longsword will do more damage for us. Now, this longsword could be cursed. We're not going to get into that yet. Temple of Apshai, I used to play with Jeff. Gateway to Apshai, all those games. Got to the final boss on third go on Rogue 64. That's pretty good. Either it's easy or you're really good at Rogue. Or just sometimes they're lucky, you know. Now, there are hidden doors in this game, but not on level 1. Level 1 never has hidden doors. So, if you look at the map here, let's kill this emu because apparently I'm a bird hater. Just kestrels and emus I'm willing to slaughter. So, we're going to hit greater than and go down to the next dungeon. Lords of Karama, yes. Telengard, yeah. Telengard, I mean, they're all from the same family, right? I mean, I think most people, like, today, like my kids play World of Warcraft, they play all these things, and they're like, oh, it's a roguelike. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not playing a roguelike, I'm playing Rogue. Like it's, now this is an argument. Would you say Rogue is a roguelike? That's an interesting question. Is Rogue a roguelike? So this is a snake. Now, the only thing about snakes is that in some levels, snakes will replicate, and so they'll start duplicating. So I always try to get between, get on the other side to put a door where I could get away. Hack is a roguelike. Net hack. These were things that added things. I think net hack has more attributes, right? So Rogue only has one attribute, strength. So here's an ice monster. Again, he's not going to hurt us. There's a kestrel. Now, that kestrel you can see is over there just minding his own business. We haven't found any scrolls or potions yet, but we will be. Like, yeah, I agree with you, Chris. Like, people argue that this is Rogue is a roguelike. Like, I'm not a Flack-like. I'm the Flackster, baby. So this kestrel's over here minding his own business, but I don't mind slaughtering it. All right, this is a scroll. Now, you'll see the name of the scroll is That was not, that was my best David Lynch backwards speaking. All the scroll names are randomized, and so you won't know what it is until we read the scroll. But we don't want to read the scroll yet because the most important scroll, the most useful scroll, is identify, and we don't have any other stuff that we need to identify yet. So, oops. By the way, that's always fun when you get your keys off, or your fingers off one level of keys, and then you just start randomly dropping stuff or whatever. Let's go beat up on this. Oh, now see that snake duplicated, or just replicated? Yeah. So what I'm going to do is retreat to this doorway here, and then just that way I can fight them one at a time. My hit points are really bad again. Let's go over here. So when my hit points are low, I'll try to pick my battles sometimes. Now, one of the things is the button is S. S is search. So what El Curtis Boy was talking about is you need to, hey Charlie, my God, this thing is, I'm full of heavy hitters tonight. This is all the people that I follow. This is awesome. So while I'm searching for doors, this hobgoblin, searching by pressing S takes up a round. So while you're over here not paying attention, searching for hidden doors, monsters will come sneak up on you. Because that's what they do in the, there's a bat. See how the bat jumps all around? He's a pain. So let's get this gold. And once we start getting to levels where things are dark, I'll show you more about moving diagonal and how it can work and why it's really to your advantage. So I'm at this exit. I need to go to the exit on the bottom, right? Every time you move, takes up a little bit of your food. So if you do diagonal, I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, right? If I don't do diagonals, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So just by going diagonal, I could save a few rounds of food, which doesn't seem important yet, I know, but when you're starving in this godforsaken game and you can't find any food, it becomes real important. Hey, look, red thing, that's food. The thing about it is that all of the things that you find in the dungeon are all randomized. So you can play this game and it will never give you food and you'll starve to death. It's like playing Tetris. I've been playing Tetris over the past couple weeks with some friends, but it's like playing Tetris and never getting a straight piece. And then you just go, I guess it's never getting one. So now I have 2 rations of food before we get hungry. Okay, now, this room we have to explore, right? Like we have to see everything that's in this room. Okay. Never know what track's going to come up when you play the old random mods. That went from G-rated to X-rated right in a hurry. All right. So we've got to examine this room, right? Now you can see that I could see... You can see a 3x3 grid around you, 1 dot in every spot, right? So if I go all the way over here, oh, there's a Kestrel, and then I just go, hey, Logic, what's up, man? Thank you for the follow. Level 23 is further than we will get in this game. Now, if I were to go again here, and then I go down here, and then I go down here, okay, I wasted a bunch of moves. First of all, we know there's not going to be any doors going down because it's a 9x9 potential grid of rooms, right? So, I mean, from here, if I did there and just did that, search those 2 rows right there, that would search the whole room. So, again, it's about saving steps. Jason Warrens, man, what's going on? All right, so, and by the way, again, you know what? I'm going to show off the Pixu 64 again. This is something I was talking about before, and a lot of people have come in after that. I know the raid came in after that. Let me go back to the bigger screen here. And by the way, I'm not hawking the Pixu 64. I'm just talking about it because I personally bought one. I'd get no money off of anybody buying a Pixu 64. But this is a 64. Oh, I got to turn this music off because my brain's overprocessed here. Hang on. It is a 64 by 64 pixel screen. Each pixel is its own LED. And so what you got to do, a lot of stormtroopers. I have 20 more tubs of Star Wars stuff to bring in. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't have enough shelf space in this room. So what you do is you've got this app here that the Pixu comes with, and it is a digital screen for showing off pixel art, 8-bit, 16-bit pixel art. So let me go to the app and pull up this. Hayes, you're going to like this in a second. So here's like what's under recommended new. These are images that people have uploaded over the last day or so. And so they're all just, vintage style artwork like that astronaut guy in the middle. And so when I press on the astronaut, you can see it instantly updates the screen. And so now it's on the screen. There's all kinds of other stuff. You can randomize it. You can subscribe to different, you could build channels. So one of the things I did, again, I showed this a little bit earlier. I went through, I found a website that had every enemy from Bard's Tale, the C64 Bard's Tale. And so this allows you to import GIFs or animated GIFs. And so I grabbed all the original Bard's Tale enemies and threw them into this. So I could just pull these up and it'll update. There's the old Beholder. But the Berserker, I mean, you've played Bard's Tale, I'm sure. So I like this guy here. Oh, you know what? I've got my green screen kind of thing. Well, it's not a green screen, but I've got a layer in there that when things are green, it for some reason it's filtering them out. So it's $150 is the thing. And so I kind of wanted one of these for Christmas, and I decided if I didn't get one for Christmas that I was just going to buy it. They're actually on Amazon. It's Pixoo. You know what? They have the Berserkers. They have like all the different groups that are the same. By the way, I downloaded the animation sheet, the character sprite sheet for the guy running an impossible mission. And I was just talking about this. I took each one of the frames of animation to put them in layers in Photoshop. And then in Photoshop, you could create an animated GIF from your layers. And so, I mean, is it worth $150 to have something that does that? Kinda. I mean, if you're that, I'll repeat what I said earlier. And by the way, it doesn't have to be pixel art necessarily. I found animations, just like animated GIFs online, and throw them into the animation converter. And I mean, it'll do them. It just kind of downsamples everything. Yeah. You could do it in GIMP. So it looks much better in real life than it does on the screen here, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, if you're a 8-bit kind of guy, I like that guy. And not just 8, but pixel artwork kind of guy. It's. I said this earlier. I said this earlier, but when I was talking to my wife, she was like, what would you tell somebody to try to get them to buy it? I'm like, I mean, I would ever try to sell it. Like, if you saw this thing and you go, oh, I got to have that, I mean, then it's for you. And if you go, I don't really get, well, then it ain't for you. I mean, it's such a simple, 15 darts we've got here. Let's show you how darts work. We've got a snake a few steps away from us. We're going to hit T for throw. Left arrow, and let's throw a dart. We hit the slime. I said snakes earlier, and these are slimes. I forgot. Throw it there. A dart. We hit the slime again. We'll throw it again. I'm kind of wasting darts on this guy, but that's all right. Misses the slime. Oh, now the slime divided. Let's just take him out. Oh, boy. Now, notice that that I missed with the one dart. There's the dart. I missed, I can go pick it up. And here we have another scroll called Kill New. Oh, yeah, let's go back over, and I think it'd be more fun to see what's going on. All right, there's a bat. Hi now. Okay, so this is one of many dark rooms. Oh, I'm frozen by the ice monster. Good Lord. That was very Norm Macdonald. Good Lord. And now an arrow shot me. And so, yeah, I know I need to make the screen. I need to replicate it back to the Pixoo. So you see this little purple diamond? That's a trap. And traps are usually either arrows that shoot you. So I could just go here, hit a diagonal, and there. Uh-oh. I'm starting to get hungry. So I've now swept the whole room by just going across twice. Now I will get hungry, I will get weak, and then I will start passing out. Not in real life, although that might also happen. This is stupid GD low-carb diet. But... So, you want to cut across rooms. Now, notice that orc ran right for the gold to go sit on the gold. That's what a lot of orcs do. So got the orc. 28 gold. Let's take this emu out. We have 2 scrolls. Those are probably identifies, but we don't know. I'm rusty on which scrolls are which, so I will... actually, hang on here. So when you start playing Rogue, you're going to see a lot of things that little words and phrases and stuff that don't seem to mean anything to you. But fortunately, people have figured all these things out, and so. I know that doesn't make sense, but it will here in a minute. Let's finish this level up real quick. Have I ever beaten Rogue? I have beaten Rogue. It's been a long time. Again, I think Curtis said it's 26 levels. So it's pretty tough to get all the way down, get the amulet. I mean, on this is the version of Rogue that's on Steam. Now, you can play it on DOSBox if you want. You can play it in Exodus, but Exodus has a unfortunate feature where after the game ends, it dumps you back out to a DOS prompt, which closes the window in Exodus. So it's easier to play it in Steam because it doesn't have that little, I don't know. I won't say bug feature. Now, that's a wand right over here. Diagonal just moves you diagonal, but so I'm using the F key. Notice that I'm weak now. Again, not in real life, but in the game. So if I hit F and right, I'm going to jump over right to where that door is. So I'm purposefully not eating my food yet. But now you can see I feel very weak and I'm faint from lack of food. So now I'm passing out. So these monsters will come over here and attack me in the head while I'm passed out. So now I've got to eat. So I try to get all the, stretch my food as far as I could get. So I hit E for eat. I only have 2 rations of food. I haven't found any food. Well, I only found 1. So I'm going to hit E for eat. It says it tastes awful, but at least I'm not hungry again. The little hungry flag goes away. So let's beat this hobgoblin. This orc sitting on some gold. 50 gold pieces. We are at 657 gold. I think my high score on this install is around 3,000, which may not. Oh, so like if I weren't to hit F and fast, I would have to go left, 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 left. I could hold down left until I hit this wall, and then I have to hit up, and then I hit left, 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 and then up. But if I hit F and then up right now, it just takes me to where the next choice is, right? Drazu, the stream is 6 p.m. Central, but is that not what I was doing before? I thought that's what we were doing before, but that if I started at 6, maybe was I doing 7? I don't know. I could just be making up times. And we have a potion now. Let's just quaff the potion. The good thing about potions is so maybe I should go back to 7 Central. That's probably a bit more reasonable time. So a purple potion, and it says, "What's going on? Huh? What? Who?" Well, it's pretty easy to tell that I'm confused, But all right, that's not as important as the scrolls. The problem, the scrolls give you really bizarre things. Now, I'm going to hit left, and I went left. I'm going to hit left again, And I went right. I'm going to hit left again. I didn't go anywhere. I'm going to hit left again. Nothing. Left. Nothing. Left. 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 All I'm doing is hitting left because I've had this stupid confusion, but it will wear off and it doesn't last. I think it's random. There we go. So it's over now. Now I could go on my way. There's some food. Yes, yes, yes. And what kind of food is it? Oh, it's pizza with cauliflower crust for low carb people. God, low carb. I hate it. Okay, we wiped that one out. We've cleared level 4. Let's go to level 5. Yeah, well, I think I don't think it's out of the realm of impossibility. Oh, look at that, a Commodore reference. To say that these potions may have fermented over time. So, yeah, it's possible. Yeah, sometimes when you cast the, or when you do potions or scrolls that allow you to name them, I have a scroll called Yuxtas Vorbo. You can rename them without. Let's get that hobgoblin. So Yuxtas Vorbo. All right. Okay. I really need. So what you really want to start looking for is rings to identify or better armor. Okay, so you can see we searched the whole room. We skipped a bunch of the in-between rows. Is there any strategy to the fighting? Yes, only fight things smaller than you. No, there is no strategy. Not in that that terminology. There's no strategy like attacking high, low, whatever, right? But there is strategy when it comes to, for example, you might get a wand that only affects certain kinds of creatures. You might get items. You might have a potion of healing. And so is there a technique to the fighting? No, it's just literally running into things. But there's techniques to staying alive, I would say. Yeah, there's some things, leprechauns, if they get a successful hit on you, will steal a chunk of your money. So, it's best to throw things at leprechauns. Again, the thing I showed you with the slime molds where they were replicating. All right, let's get out of dodge. Oh, I like when a bat showed. Like I was leaving. I was on my way out the exit door. I was literally walking and being like, oh, and then a bat shows up like, you want some of this? Okay. I mean, you want some stamina, I'll give it to you. Okay, now here's a good example. This room is only 2 pixels high, right? So by searching the bottom, we have literally searched the top as well. There's no reason to go up and go all the way over because we know there's no doors to the top and we know there's no items up there because we already covered it, see? So that's a good way to save steps. This is like the opposite. Let's drink that for no reason. You can't move. You can move again. So that is a potion of paralysis. Good job. All right, so rattlesnakes. Let's talk about rattlesnakes. Rattlesnakes, when they get successful hits, they can poison you, and it takes away one of your strength. So let's see. Oh, all right. With a long sword, you should be able to kill a rattlesnake on the first hit, but again, there's one of the bats that are showing up. 3 scrolls. Oh, man, I really need some ring. The rings are really, food. I'll take that. They do. Oh, yeah. The rattlesnakes do suck. Fangs for the joke. L. Curtis. I don't know why there's so many bats. All right. Oh, I did that pretty fast. But I got to a dead end here, and I'm like, there's probably a room here. And so I hit S a couple of times and searched, and I found a hidden door. Sometimes, every now and then, I was playing this earlier. You know what? Let's get our music back going. Hopefully, we don't get. I'll have to take that one song out of the out of rotation. There we go. It hits you right off the bat. Well, there you go. All right. Come on. Okay, so here's a ring. Now, here's the thing about rings. Rings can really help you in this game. They can also really screw you. There's a lot of cursed rings. I think there's more rings, or there's more curse than any other item. So now let's start reading some scrolls. We got that. I'm going to start at the bottom. That 3. Let's read that one. As you read the scroll, it vanishes. It's an identify scroll. That's what I was hoping for. What do I want to identify? I want to identify that turquoise ring. -1 ring. Notice it says -1 of increased damage. That means it's cursed. Every time I hit somebody, it's going to do less damage. And by the way, yes, there are scrolls that will remove curse. But the thing is, if you put this ring on, you can't take it off. So, and it'll tell you what it was. So we're going to go over here in the corner and hit drop, and we're going to go ahead and just drop that ring because I don't want it. So there are rings that will slow down food digestion. There are rings that will show you, will find traps. 9 arrows. Now you can throw arrows at monsters, or you can arm yourself with the bow and arrow, and then you can throw the arrows and they do more damage, but I usually just throw them. Come on. So, like I said, I try to get towards a door so that I only got to fight one at a time. Death by slime mold would be pretty embarrassing. Now I'm hitting S over and over and over and over, but it appears to just be a dead end. And now I'm weak from not eating. And again, I'm not going to eat until I start passing out. All right, we got the rattlesnake. Got a random scroll. Let's read some scrolls for fun. Epyx Exob. It vanishes, and as you can see, I have teleported. So I'm randomly somewhere else here. I'll also be confused for a couple of moves. So that's good to know. So now if I go look at my inventory, I should say a scroll. Yeah, so C now says, because I read it, scroll of teleportation. So now I know. So if I'm getting my butt kicked by a quagga or a troll, which will be happening here shortly. Now I got a couple other scrolls. Let's read this call. You hear maniacal laughter in the distance. What do you want to call it? So how would you know what that is? Well, there's 2 things that you can do. One is you could play this game 100 million times, and eventually you would start to figure out what they do. Or, number 2, you could take advantage of other people's knowledge over the years, and you can pull up the Rogue Strategic wiki here, and when you read this scroll, it says, when read, you hear maniacal laughter in the distance. To use the scroll, drop it, and monsters will not walk on it, and it is a scroll of scare monster. So there you go. going to call it Scare Curtis. That's true. Yeah. So every time that you get that, you know what you've got. The problem is you don't know until you've read the first one. Let's go read another scroll. I got some identifier. Let's do the Dev Folding Beast. As you read the scroll, it vanishes. Your hands begin to glow red. Well, I know what that is. That is Monster Confusion. So the next time that I fight somebody, the monster will be confused. Which is good because we just ran into a Centaur. Centaur is like the first big boy that you're going to run into. Notice like when a bat hits me, he takes 1 damage. That Centaur just took 7 on that hit. Oh, the hands are not glowing red. See, he's confused. He went the wrong way, and I was able to stab him in the face. We got a potion. Let's just go ahead and drink that. You feel stronger. Now, if you've played D&D, you know, like your strength only goes to 18, right? I mean, I'm referencing D&D from 20 years ago when I played. I don't know if that's still the case, but my strength was 16 out of 16, and notice it's now 17 out of 17. So that increased my overall strength. 9 darts. That'll be good for throwing at a leprechaun. That won't help. Leprechauns could steal like hundreds of gold piece. Oh, now I'm passing out from not eating. So let's see. I've got 3 rations of food. Let's eat one of them. Let's see. We shoot diagonal. Take this orc out. Okay, so I know where the door... There's only 1 door on every wall, right? Like, you won't have 2 doors on the same wall. So, hey, Game Czar. Aw, thanks, brother. You've just bought me a slime mold to eat. So, we know there's not a door on the bottom, right? There could be a door on the top. Well, we definitely know there's going to be a door on the top because it's going to lead to that other door. And I'm looking for the door on the left. And it's also too high. That's a long way of saying that I only need to cross this room once. Oh, look, there's just such a tiny little room. Zombie. Oh, no, no. Killed by a zombie. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, it happened so fast. Well, there's my tombstone. Rest in peace, Flack, killed by a zombie. I acquired 1422 gold. At least it has the... I guess this is Rogue is Y2K compliant. It's got 2022. I literally wonder if somebody had to go patch this to make it 22 or Y2K compliant. Where was that scare monsters? You know what? I had a lot of things that I could have used, but boy, the zombie caught me off guard. At least somebody put some roses down there. Let's go enter. It's fast. When it happens, it's fast, man. It's like a armadillo on the interstate. So this is the high scores that I have right here. Now you can see my rankings: champion, rogue, champion. Killed by a troll, Urville, a Yeti, Urvilles, and trolls. And you can see what the gold levels look like. All right. So, yeah, this is not your mama's... this is not like a game for my kids where they're like, I'll just use a save state. No. I'll just use a healing potion. No. No. Death. It's final and cold. This teaches you about life. Don't pick a fight with a troll. Start a new game. Yes. By the way, the original Rogue does not have this. This is something that Epyx tacked on when they distributed it. But now I'm pissed. Now it's no more Mr. Nice, guys. That's true. Oh my, what are the odds that I'm playing over 5,000 mods on random? What are the odds that knocking on heaven's door would start up the minute that I got killed. So, I was playing slow. I've been playing slow. Now we're going to play fast. We got a scroll. What do we got? Nothing. We got an exit. We got a kestrel. And sometimes you'll die right away. We got a potion. We're going to drink it. It's a healing potion. I mean, there's lots of times where I'll die on level 1 or 2, and I just feel like, you got it out of the way, you know? Not quite a treasure room, but sometimes, every now and then, I mean, maybe 1 out of every 10 games, you'll walk into a room like this, and every tile will be covered with a monster or a treasure. I mean, you'll walk into a room with 20 monsters, and if you've got the hit points to withstand the whole thing, you can really rack up points and experience and items. All right, we got some gold, we got a ring, and we got a potion of healing. And I think I found a scroll early on. Let's see if it happens to be... It is an identify scroll. Let's identify the ring. Ring of Teleportation. That... I think just makes you randomly teleport around. That doesn't sound like fun, so I should probably ditch that. My hit items. Yeah. Some more gold. I mean, this is chump gold right now, but you know what? Every little bit helps. Okay, let's get out of here. Where are we at? This is level 1. Starting all over again. I don't know if you saw the unjust killing of me, which is why we're pouring out a 40 while we're listening. Oh, I only have 4 hit points. Really need to be paying attention here. Nothing over there. Oh. Okay. Ooh, I got 1 hit point. Oh, and I got 9 hit points. Okay, so when you're talking about strategy for fighting, I'm going to hit quaff, and I have a potion of healing. So now my hit points are back up. Now he gets a free shot at me, but, I mean, if he gets a free shot at me when I have 1 hit point, it's going to be bad news. Anybody without million SPF sunblocks could have a real bad day. Identify scroll. Good. There, found me a hidden door. NetHack is, your gold is your points, Drezu, is what it is. Let's read that scroll. This scroll has a map on it. And so you can see that just drew the rest of this dungeon for me. All right. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. I have seen Guns N' Roses live 5 times, I believe. I think Steel Rat was with me the first time I saw him. Yeah. Well, the other thing about, like I said, about NetHack is you have all these different... let's just read that. Oh, if something happened, I missed it. Don't know. Oh, it might have... That just summoned a hobgoblin to kill me. Frick. No. I was... The very first one that I went to, saw Guns N' Roses with, the first time was is online on YouTube, and it is Oklahoma City, 1992. This was before Izzy, I believe, had officially left the band, but he had not shown up on tour. And so there was no Izzy, and Dizzy Reed, I think, had just showed up. But that was the first time I saw them, and then I saw them in Norman at the Lloyd Noble Center. And that time when I saw them, which was, 10, 12 years ago. Oh, yeah, you know what? That wasn't a good tour with Metallica and Guns N' Roses. That was in Canada when they had their, wasn't that the big riot where Axl wouldn't go out? That was on that tour, right? I would kill to see Faith No More. I saw that they had scheduled some dates, and I don't even think there's nothing around. Oh, wait, I did see Faith No More. I saw Faith No More very early. All right, hang on for a second. Watch this. You're going to get a kick out of this. Our Home Digital 2. When I go back to the game and I don't switch it over, somebody remind me. Hang on there. There we go. There's the right screen. These are shows that I've been to. Let me get down to concert tickets. Let's see. They're kind of small. Alice in Chains at Oklahoma State Fair. Alice in Chains, who was with them? This might have been with Candlebox? God, I don't remember who was with them. Let's see, what else we got here? Why can I not... where's the stupid button? Let's see, what is it? Cinderella. This was Cinderella with the Bullet Boys and Winger. Smooth up in ya. Bullet Boys were awesome. Bullet Boys, the lead singer of the Bullet Boys, or not the lead singer, lead guitarist of the Bullet Boys just quit, and he said, "I love it every time I quit this band." That was the quote. I thought that's great. Like, how many times did he quit? This was the first concert I ever went to. Cinderella, Bullet Boys, and Winger. I'm only, she's only 17. Let's see, Myriad. Wait, now this is Cinderella. Wait a minute, what is this one? Okay, this is Cinderella 1995. Oh, that was a different show. This was $1. This is a low-dough concert show, baby. $1 to go see Cinderella. This was Cinderella, Bullet Boys, and Winger. How much is this ticket? I'm trying to see on here. $17. Danzig, special guest, White Zombie. Dun, 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 dun. This is, by the way, White Zombie came out. And the first song they played was Thunder Kiss 65. They played their whole show, and then at the end, they played Thunder Kiss 65 again. That's a band that knows their hit single right there. Curtis says he saw Cinderella open for Bon Jovi at Slippery When Wet. You know what? I would go, like, I'm a heavy metal dude, but I would go see Bon Jovi. I'm sure it's a good show. This was at Rock City Cafe. That was a cool place. That's gone. Dream Theater with Forte, who's from Oklahoma City, and Billy Rocket, who I think was also local. Dream Theater. This was a good show. Faith No More. Here you go. Faith No More with Circus of Power. Circus of Power was really good too. Faith No More. And this is June 17th, 1990. So that's pretty early on the Faith No More train right there. This is at Bricktown. This is at a club called Kinetics that held 500 people. Drezu says the only mosh pit was David Bowie and Nine Inch Nails. Now, I did see Nine Inch Nails, but I have not seen David Bowie. That would have been cool. Yeah, Priest would be good. I know that they keep talking about this reunion tour. Here's a Guns N' Roses one. Let's see. No cameras, no recorders. This is Guns N' Roses. This is the 1992 show. Jeff was at this show with Smashing Pumpkins. Smashing Pumpkins was a nobody. They were supporting their first album, and people kept cheering Guns N' Roses, Guns N' Roses. And then Smashing Pumpkins said, hey, we're going to play a song dedicated to all you Oklahomans. And then I can't repeat what they screamed at us over and over until they pulled the power. It cut sound at the soundboard, and Smashing Pumpkins was promptly escorted off the stage. Yep, we saw Jeff and I saw White Zombie, Reverend Horton Heat, and the Melvins were at that show. That was and the Melvins did the same thing where they were pissy and they just played feedback and walked off the stage, which was really made me mad because I was a big Melvins fan. I wasn't a big Melvins fan then, a big Melvins fan now. I skipped one. LA Guns. This was a good show with Shark Island. This is 1990. By the way, I have seen all those bands, Games Are. Let's get in. Oh, this is Megadeth with Alice in Chains, 1991. That's pretty early, especially for Alice in Chains. What is this? Oh, this is the Melvins in 2009. This was a good show. Melvins, anytime you could see them. In the spring, by the way, I haven't hit you up on this, Jeff, is Corrosion of Conformity, the Melvins, and Crowbar. So we'll be going to that. This is Metallica at the Myriad, 1992. This would be supporting the Black Album. Jeff was there. All I've had, I've gave. This is my Crowbar. Let's see. Metallica. Was this with, no. This was Metallica with, Candlebox and, Suicidal Tendencies. You know what? I wish I'd gone into, I wish I was into Metallica that early. I think I've kind of found Metallica after Master of Puppets, like between Master of Puppets and Justice. And I wish I'd seen Cliff. What do we got here? Motley Crue and Warrant. This is one that Steel Rat went with me too. You know what? It would be crocodile tears if I'd be like, oh, I can't believe guy from Warrant's gone. I mean, I'm sure he's a nice guy. But, yeah, I saw Motley Crue on their, probably have it somewhere here, on their farewell tour. I won't go see them again. You know what? I feel like if you tell me it's your farewell tour, I'm not going again. I went to the Kiss farewell tour. I'm not going again. Pantera, when is this? This is 1991 Pantera. So Pantera is from Arlington, Texas, which is about 3 hours south of us. And so Pantera kept coming up here. You know what, John Corabi, I just got to say this. John Corabi, about every year or so, comes in the media and goes, I don't know why Nikki Sixx hates me. I'm never talking about Motley Crue again. And then he talks about Motley Crue in every interview. Screw it. I'm starting a heavy metal podcast. Forget all the other podcasts that I do. Like a DOS is canceled. I'm just going to get on and talk about concerts. That's my new podcast. This is Pantera and Trouble. Does anybody know who Trouble is? I bet L. Curtis Boyle knows who Trouble who is... Oh, you're in Texas? Where are you at, GameZar? Me and Steel Rat, we're in Oklahoma City. Or we're in Yukon, Oklahoma, which is the home of Garth Brooks. And you know what you won't see in this stack of tickets? Is a ticket to see Garth Brooks. Trouble. So I got to say this about Trouble. Okay, yeah, I know where Beaumont is. Jeff Steel Rat had these tapes, the Best of Metal Blade, Volume 1 and Volume 2. And he had them on cassette. And I remember a few times he would be, yeah, that's right. They are on Decline Part 2. Hey, it's 9 Inch Nails. I'm up above it. I think this mod player is listening to my thoughts somehow. Anyway, so he had Best of Metal Blade. They were compilations, 1 and 2, and he had a tape player Walkman. And we would take the Walkman headphones and take them apart, where we would each have one speaker. And we would listen to it. And there's Trouble was on there. That's where I first heard of Trouble. Pantera and Wrathchild America. Climbing the walls. The first time I saw Pantera, very, very, very first time I saw Pantera, they were opening for Wrathchild America. And a few months later, they came through town, and Wrathchild America was opening for them. It happened real fast. What do we got here? Okay, so here you go. Here's Phil Anselmo and the Illegals. And this was... So my kid, who's... I never saw him in the hair metal days. When I saw him around the time that Cowboys from Hell got released. In fact, if you go to YouTube and you search for Pantera Live 1991, there's a video of the show I went to that I uploaded. You'll see my name on there. And it was crazy. Jeff and I were in the front row. I believe Jeff had his shirt ripped from people stage diving. It was crazy times. So my kid got into Pantera and all this, and I was like, you will never see Pantera. I'm sorry. But, Dimebag's gone. And so anyway, when Phil and the Anselmos came a few years ago, I was like, you know what? This is the closest you're ever going to get to seeing Pantera. And so we went and they played a whole Pantera set. And, is it Pantera? No, but it was super awesome. This was in Tulsa. Stone Temple Pilots and the Butthole Surfers, and the opening band was Flaming Lips, who are from Oklahoma. This was a weird show. This is a very weird show. It was in the middle of the summer, and it was about 110 degrees, and it was outside. People were just passing out. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. If somebody opened for him, I don't remember who it was. That was an okay show. You got to see Tom Petty. Vaseline. Weird Al. Got to have your Weird Al ticket in here. And I've seen Weird Al, I think, 4 times. White Zombie. This is 1995. So this is the Reverend Horton Heat show, along with the Melvins. This is a great show. So back then, let's see. Is there a price on this one? Event code. That says price $2, but that's not right. Is that 20? General admission? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what the price is. Is it $20? Is that right? Where you can see White Zombie. Or is it $12? It can't be $12. It must have been $20. Yeah, it's not $120. Here's White Zombie again. With Prong. There you go. White Zombie and Prong. Prove you wrong. It's a whole show where I just do metal impersonations. Wrathchild America. This is with Oliver Magnum and Forte. That's all the ticket stubs. Hey, but I'm going to jump all the way back. Because look at this. These are flyers. I'm not going to go through all the flyers. Yeah, Rush, there's no way. Snap your fingers, snap your neck. I remember when people discovered Prong on Beavis and Butthead, and I was like, where have you people been? Where has everybody been? So again, I'm not going to show all these flyers. This is was Alice in Chains and Masters of Reality. You remember them? Domino. And the guy in Masters of Reality is in, wasn't he in Cryas or something? I haven't been to a concert in a while, Chris. I don't want to go stand in a busy room, although that Corrosion of Conformity and Crowbar show is going to get me out, and Melvin's. Circus of Power, that was a good show. This is Dream Theater. This is that Faith No More show. $10 for Faith No More, man. Yeah, Marilyn Manson was, I think, wasn't the first big tour? Was it a big tour? Was it the first one with 9 Inch Nails? Lord Tracy, they were awesome. This is Megadeth, and then Alice in Chains, and Alice in Chains canceled for some reason. Well, not for some reason. Ask Lane Staley why they canceled. Megadeth, Suicidal Tendencies. I saw Suicidal Tendencies with Queensryche one time, which is a weird pairing, but it was a good show. Oliver Magnum, Forte, with Pantera. Look at this. July 26th. This is $7 in advance to go see Pantera and Forte. Oh, this is the album release party for Cowboys from Hell. Man, good memories. Vulgar Display of Power. This is with Trouble. Pantera, Wrathchild America. Oh, look at this. Sacred Right. And this is with Souls at Zero, who, by the way, is Wrathchild America. They just renamed themselves, all the same members. And Crowbar, and local Oklahoma City, your very own Judge and Jury. I don't remember anything about Judge and Jury. Wrathchild America with Forte. This is a Wrathchild America flyer thing that they mailed me. And, here's my business stuff. This is newspaper reviews of shows I went to. But here's a newspaper review from Motley Crue after I got it the day after. My dad cut this out and left it on the table for me. It says, Motley Crue in concert isn't worth spitting on. This is the day after I saw Motley Crue. Wrathchild America. This is a Pantera thing that they mailed me. And it says Rob Oldera because they couldn't read my name. All right, that's enough of this. What are we doing here? Hey, by the way, this is a set list from Wrathchild America. Look at me running up on stage after the show and grabbing a set list. I'm ridiculous. All right. Who's supposed to remind me? Let's get this game going. My gosh. I've seen the Manson concert, the one that's in, is it Cologne, Germany? I don't know, or the one where he cuts himself, and God love him. Somebody's got to, I guess. Oh, Jesus, God. Look at that. That's what sorry, Marilyn. Sorry, Mr. Manson. I didn't mean it. All right, this is a good time. We got to reset anyway. I saw Pantera, I think 4 or 5 times maybe. But again, they live relatively close to here that, it was like if you were into metal shows and stuff, you just ended up seeing them, they were just always coming through and they would just drop in town and they were kind of not a local band, but a regional band, Why does it sound like the tropical music from some Mario level? There's a little bass line in there too. All right, we're not going to take no crap from no kestrels. Bats are our enemy. Down with bats. This is a no mercy game. We're going to get the amulet. Here's the thing. I promise you. Promise that I will try to get the amulet. That's all I can promise. Who's the Plastic Tongue? No, I don't think I ever saw them. Man, but I know that there's inflation, right? But you saw the price on those tickets, man. You could go see a show for $10 or, go see a big show for $20. It just wasn't that big of a deal. A few years ago, we went to go see Paul McCartney, and it was hundreds of dollars, and 4 of us went. My daughter wanted a sweatshirt. Sweatshirt was $75. It was just, it was like paying for a vacation. It was just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh boy. Oh. Man, I got 1 hit point. Alright, if I don't run into anybody else, I'm gonna run. Now this will backfire if I run into another monster or a dead end. Run away! Run away! Come on, give me some hit points. Some of that funky sounds of a mod guitar. Oh. Who's gonna let me get out of there without the gold? All right. This is the game. This is the one. We go for all the yarbles. Oh. Go break down there with some jazz guitar. Don't quite believe that there's not a door down there, but you see there's no door. It's expensive, man. Concerts are expensive, and then plus, I went to 9 Inch Nails. A friend of mine, his wife was working for a local radio station and got tickets for free. And so I was like, well, sure, I'll go to a concert for free. And the whole time I was just like, people were standing around us. They were yelling, spilling beer and stuff. And it just reminds me how old I am. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to be that guy, but I'm that guy. I'm old. At that Phil Anselmo and the Illegal show, the whole time, it was a really rough pit. Maybe one of the roughest pits I'd ever seen. And hey, Weird Paul. Weird Paul's a good guy. And I was like, maybe the pit was out of control. And then in between songs, I would just go around and be like, are you okay? Are you okay? Oh, man, you got the little, I forgot you got the Weird Al, or not the Weird Al, the Weird Paul emotive content. That's cool. We're not getting killed by no kestrel. Oh, I guess I should eat since I'm passing out. Haven't found any food yet, but it's early in the game. Oh boy. Oh, that worked out. Okay. Let's search for a door here. A Search for a door and found an ice monster. All right. Seems like a good trade-off. All right. I have never seen Van Halen. I've never seen Van Halen. And now, boy, have you been following all this stuff with David Lee Roth? First of all, David Lee Roth, I mean, David Lee Roth did a podcast in 2021. There's not that many episodes of it. I think there's 6 or 8 episodes. Have you heard it? He sounds like an insane person. Every story, every sentence, you feel like you missed whatever the last sentence he was talking about. Like, you can't follow what he says. He's gone, man. His brains are gone. And, I mean, it was bad, but this is, I mean, it's really bad, you know? And so, you know, there's some quotes. He did some interviews. He announced his, farewell thing. He was going to do one of those, residencies in Las Vegas, and it got postponed. But the press release was weird. It was like, well, as Eddie found out, our time on this planet is limited, and some people's is more limited than others. And so I better do it now, because I may not be able to do it tomorrow. I mean, it's really, really, it sounds like he's got cancer or something. I mean, the way that he did his press release is just really kind of doesn't sound good. And then they just canceled the residency, and he said, well, then I'm retired. Whoa. He said, then I'm retired. I'm not going to perform anymore. So, you know what? All right, now here's a zombie. Let's watch my hit points. Oh, that is a wimpy zombie. Yeah. And I mean, he may retire 10 times like all these other guys. I really lost, I'm not gonna lie. And I mean, you could say, like, how much respect would you have for a heavy metal person that you don't know? But I really kind of lost respect for Motley Crue. I mean, they made such a big deal about their retirement. Oh, shoot. Now, we haven't run into this before. So this is a leprechaun. This leprechaun, if he gets one hit on me, will steal a certain amount of gold. Now, I'm not going to say this is a good sign, but apparently right now I have exactly 666 gold. So, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to throw, and what do I got? I got a spear. I'm going to throw this spear at him. Hiya! I hit the leprechaun. All right. What else are we going to throw? I could wield the bow and then throw the arrows. I'm just going to throw arrows. Hey, arcadeperfect.net. What's up, my friend? Arrow hits the leprechaun. Let's throw another arrow. Okay, I hit the leprechaun. Oh, I defeated the leprechaun. Now, the leprechaun's going to drop gold because we hit him. What's up, Arcade Pervert? 34 gold. That was not worth it. That was not worth it. Let's see. Oh, found me a little secret door over here. Yeah, the whole Motley Crue thing was just, we're never going to tour again, and I went to go see the... Oh, Jesus H. What? Arcade Perfect, you killed me. Why would you do that? You come in here, you bring your bad luck, the orc smash my face in with his stupid orc club. Anyway, thanks. Motley Crue, man, they were like, we're never going to tour again. we've signed this contract and we used our own blood. I mean, it was a whole thing. And, you know, anybody, I mean, you know, you have to know that contract's not legally binding. I mean, it's just a publicity thing, right? But when a band is like, you go, hey, you know, we're not going to tour anymore. This is it. And then you go see them. And I'm telling you, I don't know if you saw the final, I mean, they released it on DVD or whatever. On the show that I went to at the very end, they showed a slideshow of all their children. I mean, their pictures from their childhood. And at the end, they were, you know, people were crying and Vince Neil was crying. And you know, it was like they were saying goodbye to their fans. And here's the thing. It's not that they said, oh yeah, I got a copy of The Dirt right here. And I got Weird Paul DVDs right here too. It wasn't that they said goodbye to us, which is part of it. It's that I said goodbye to them. Like I went emotionally, which is dumb, but I was like, here's a band I've been listening to since the early 80s. I had the first Motley Crue album before Shout at the Devil. Before Shout at the Devil came out. Like I was on board before Shout at the Devil. So to be into a band that long and then have them say farewell and then you kind of make peace with it and you're just like, that's it. That band is gone and you know, what we got is what we got. Oh boy. One hit point. Bye-bye. Let's quaff some potions and see what happens. Oh, Cloak of Darkness. We haven't seen that before. And then there's a healing, which got rid of the Cloak of Darkness. What Cloak of Darkness does is you can only see one point around you, and it's a real pain in the ass to play the game that way. And it goes away eventually, but I mean, it could last for levels and levels. It really sucks. All right, we're just mowing down kestrels now. I mean, the only thing that's worse than killing kestrels is being killed by a kestrel in public. There's a ring, so let's read our scroll. Maybe it's an identify. It was not. It was a teleport scroll, which does not help us in the slightest. So, man, and you know what's funny? Like I would tell you, actually, you know what's funny? I don't know. Like I don't know how much anybody cares about Motley Crue, but that if you look at the, you know, Nikki Sixx went on to do his 6 a.m. side gig, right, with his books and all that. If you look at the writing credits on the last Motley Crue album, it's basically 6 a.m. I mean, it's DJ Ashba wrote all those songs with Nikki Sixx and what's his name? James Gunn, is that his name? Yeah, there's like it wasn't really a Motley Crue band, you know? I mean, a Motley Crue album. Oh, I didn't see what that was. A short bow. You can get to a point in this game, although it hasn't happened tonight, where you get so much inventory that you have to start dropping stuff. Sounds, I've been getting into synth wave. I was sort of into synth wave, and then I started getting more into synth wave. The problem I have with synth wave is it literally all sounds the same. Like every single, like I don't go, oh, that sounds different than that. It just all sounds the same to me. Oh, yeah. Tommy did, yeah, the Methods of Mayhem. I guess there's a, you know, this is a sign you're getting old. I've been following on the news that they're doing a Pam and Tommy miniseries. I guess it's a Netflix, like a 6-part thing. And I just keep thinking, like, why is there a miniseries? Like, I remember when it happened. Like, why? I don't need to reenact it. I remember it, you know? So, whatever. Yeah, man. But anyway, so this is the funny thing I was going to say about Motley Crue, and it really applies to Motley Crue as well as Metallica. For me, is I would tell you, like if you asked, I would say, "Oh yeah, man, I know every Motley Crue album." But here's the thing, I don't. I don't know pretty much anything after. What's after Dr. Feelgood? That's the Karabi album, the self-titled, which was okay. But then there's like 2 albums that I go back and look at. I'm like, yeah, I don't know any of this stuff. And then Saints of Los Angeles. Like I said, it was okay. It's just barely a Motley Crue album. I'll tell you what I would like to hear is what I really want to. I want that Mick Mars solo album, and I don't know if he's going to live long enough to put it out. I hope he does. Good Lord. Oh, so this is a little mini treasure room. So look, there's all those monsters. There's about 8 monsters in a row. So what do we got? We got some studded leather armor. We got another potion. Let's just drink it. You can't move. Paralysis. All right. Well, let's kill this dude. And then let's get this potion. And then let's read these, because I think identify scroll, and I have a ruby ring. Let's take a look at this ruby ring. A ring of searching. All right. So now if you hit Shift P and you say, I want to put on a ring, you can only wear 2 rings. And so I'm going to say ring of searching, and then it says left hand or right hand. So I'm going to do left hand. I don't think it's a blues album. I think it's a straight up rockin' album. By the way, Mick Mars, if you ever research it, Mick Mars had an entire career before Motley Crue. He was in a band, and they toured and did all plate mail and a scroll of identify. Okay, so I'm going to hit Shift T to take off my armor. And then I'm going to hit Shift W to wear armor. And I'm going to put on this plate mail, and I hope it's not cursed. And it's cursed, but it's only -1. Now, Rogue is the opposite of D&D. In Rogue, the higher your armor class, the better off you are. So no armor at all is a 1, and you work your way up. So -7's great. I don't care if that's cursed. Why does it sound like the keyboard from Ace of Base? I saw the signs. Oh, I gotta look at the music player. No, I just wanted to see if it was supposed to be an Ace of Base song or something. Alright. Yes, Ace Frehley stuff. I don't, I'm not a huge Kiss fan. I like Kiss. 2nd edition D&D isn't bad. Hang on for a second. Give me 15 seconds. We'll go through 2nd edition first. Unearthed Arcana, which, by the way, I have 2 copies of. I don't know how I ended up with 2, but this one has the original price tag on it from Toys R Us, which is where I got all my D&D manuals from back in the day. You need ninjas? We got some ninjas. Like new. All these could be yours on eBay. Monster Manual 2. You know why it's 2? Because it's got 2. I don't know how I ended up with duplicates. Well, how can you have Monster Manual 2 without Monster Manual 1? Oh, but what if I want to be the DM? Well, what if I just want to know how to play? Oh. But what if I want to know about Cthulhu? First edition. What if I want to be an old school dungeon master? What if I just want to be an old school player? This IKEA desk is not going to hold all those. All right. Oh, notice that hidden door just opened up when I walked next to it. That's because I got on this super sweet ring of searching. Crossbow bolts. Which I don't really mess with crossbows in this game, but they're always good. You can throw them at somebody. Scroll of Teleportation. So, see, that's something I got to remember. Like, if I'm getting my butt handed to me, then I can just teleport out of there if things get a little squirrely. Stupid bats. Oh, thank you. See, you're supposed to remind me. And you did. Good job. Good job, everybody. Maybe I didn't want you to see. I was trying to save you from bat cruelty. I know, it's I get excited about the game and I forget to look at the chat. And then I think, well, I thought people just wanted to see my face. Ooh, what was that? Potion of Healing. That'll be important here. This is the game. This is the one where I will show you the amulet of Yendor. Yendor is what we're looking for. The amulet of Yendor, which is the name Rodney backwards. That was a pretty popular thing to do back in the day. I remember when Wizardry came out, and the two bad guys in Wizardry are Trebor and Wordna. And about the time I got Wizardry, I was friends with my buddy Andy or Andrew, and of course Jeff. And we would all write our names backwards because we thought that was funny. And so Jeff was Fedge, and Andrew was Wordna, and Robert was Trebor. So it was pretty easy to figure those out when I saw those. Got a lot of armor. Speaking of armor, should we talk about Book of Boba Fett? I don't want to spoil anything because there's a new episode today, which I did watch. I get up before work on Wednesdays to watch the new episodes of Book of Boba Fett. So I will I don't want to spoil anything in the new episode, but how's everybody enjoying the show? Are you guys fans of Book of Boba Fett? It kind of goes back and forth between being an action kind of thing and then a Godfather / Game of Thrones kind of show. That's kind of what today's episode is about. Oh, look, you can't carry anything else. Well, I think I've got 19 pairs of armor here. Let's get rid of some... One thing about studded leather armor, which I'm going to keep, and I'm going to drop this splint mail armor. We haven't run into any Aquators yet, but they make your armor rust, and every time they hit you, it takes away one of your levels. Well, I can't take this armor off right now. Anyway, I'm screwed because it was cursed. But one thing you could do is if you get the leather armor or studded leather armor. Let's see what this is. Let's drop the short bow. Chainmail. Okay, let's drop... I guess I could read some of these scrolls. That'll free up some stuff. Somebody is watching over you. I always forget which one that is. That is remove curse. So that removes the curse from my armor. So someone asked if there's any way to get rid of curses. There you go. So if I do inventory now... oh, it says -1 plate mail. I should be able to... Yeah. Alright. So I definitely want to wear the plate mail. But yeah, that's a good find. Let's read something else. Teleportation D. The high-pitched humming noise. That was our aggravate monsters. And so that that basically alerts every monster on the level that you're here. They will all come for you now. I have come for you. Oh, jeez. All right, so where are we at of gold? We're at 1,000 gold. We missed the Leprechaun. He hits me. And our gold drops to 868. So he's still at about 150 gold. Sometimes you'll run into the same Leprechaun. And sometimes you won't. Oh. Alright, we're actually not doing terrible on this. We're on level 7. I don't think I ever played Spelunky. Right, yeah, so that's the technique. Curtis is leather. And I don't think I think leather and studded leather are both the Aquator can't rust those, so yeah, that's a there's a trap. There's a scroll. There's an ice monster. You think there's a secret door in this room? I don't know. Oh, come on now, zombie. That zombie was in my head. In my head. Zombie. Zombie. That's another thing. I know you should just be nice when people die if you don't have anything to say. But people were very upset when that lady from the Cranberries died. And I wasn't that upset. I mean, I wasn't rooting for her to go. Oh, boy. Okay. So I'm going to... What do I got here? Healing. Let's do that. It doesn't heal me that much, to be honest with you. What else we got? Okay, so that's magic armor. So that increased our armor. That's good. What else we got? I think I can get rid of that aggravate monsters. Oh, now this is the confused monster, right? Yeah, I did write a bunch of terrible songs. They're not that good. So I'm over here, if you can see my hit points going up, because I really don't want to take on a Centaur when I'm that depleted. So now, bam. And now I'm a warrior. I am the warrior. Yes, I am the warrior. And hard to, okay, hit that note. Hard to win if you survive. The warrior. Oh, there's an Ecuador. So watch this jerky dude. I'm glad that they like the stream. I try to keep it pretty light. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take out this armor, and so watch what happens. He hits me. Your armor weakens. My armor class went from 8 to 7, but now I've taken off the armor. Now, if you watch here, like, he can just sit here and hit me. He's not doing any damage. See, I'm not doing anything. So let's wipe him out. Boom. But yeah, every time he hits you, he will knock your armor one level off your armor class. So if you see one across the room, you should take your armor off. But unfortunately, they tend to show up in the dark. Oh, no, let me show you what that did. If you notice up above me, just floating there is an O, that showed me where all the monsters are on the map. There he is. She never told me she was a leper. It's probably worth some money. Now, here's the thing. There's a teleport. All right. It's just really not worth going all the way around. All right. Let's eat some food. This is it, though. This is our last run. It's this or nothing. Okay, there's the exit. I always like starting off with the exit. At least you know where to run to. Leprechaun. Leprechauns will never attack you first. You can dance around them. Potion of Confusion. I believe... I might be wrong. Let's go try a theory. I think this is right, though. I think you can throw a Potion of Confusion at a monster. Potion of Confusion. You hit the leprechaun. The leprechaun appears confused. Is he still there? Oh. He was sitting on that ring. Oh no! He's gonna steal my gold. It was at 999. Oh. Oh, he only stole 4 gold. Alright, I'll take that. Now, do I have identify? I do. Let's identify this other ring. Where's the ring? Upgraded ring. A ring of aggregate monsters. That's the story of my life. Drop. F. And don't I have some other thing I've been meaning to drop? Ring of searching. A scroll of aggravate monsters. It's aggravating me to say that word. Crimson Potion. Just like the Crimson Ghost. That's a Misfits reference. I don't know about the no, everybody should go off on tangents. Not really a podcast. It's just us hanging out. Everybody hanging out and having a good Wednesday night. Monster detection. I got a lot of monster detection. I feel like I should say that as the Cajun chef. I got a lot of monster detection. It tells me which direction. If I have to fight a prawn. Oh, Quagga. Hello, my friend. Here we go. You ready? Boom. You've injured the Quagga. He doesn't hit me. Oh, that was easy. That was easy. Defeated the Quagga. Magic armor. Let's read that. All right. Arcade Perfect may have a copy of Mad Melon. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Okay, that would do it. He may have a copy of Mad Melon, but he can't say he was in the room when I recorded it, which Steel Rat can't say. Steel Rat and I wrote the Mad Melon song while drinking Mad Melon. He was in the room. I was in the El Reno house. My wife and I, not my wife and I, what was that? Healing, that'll come in handy. My wife, all right, let's hit this Centaur. Gotta pay attention here. See, I get in that habit, you start hitting it too fast and then, remove curse. Ring mail. I mean, ring mail's good, but I just don't need it at the moment. My wife one day said, hey, I'm going to go to an auction with my mom. And I said, okay. And she came back and said, hey, we bought a house. We bought 2 houses. And I went, what? And she bought 2 houses that were built in the 1880s, which is 26 years before Oklahoma was a state. Do I want to go down and search that room? No, I'm being lazy. Right. We're on level 11. This is the furthest we've got tonight. Can't carry anything else. Well, let's see what we can drop over here. Man, I always like the leather armor, the ring mail. There's a plain ring mail. Let's drop that. And so anyway, she said no pressure, but my mom says if we want, we could buy one of the houses from her for $37,000 for half, $37,500. Okay. Look at that. Got the armor off before you got me, and we put the armor back on. And we're rolling now. You see me rolling. And so anyway, we oh boy. I'm gonna throw some crossbow bolts at him. Three hits and then boom, the there we go, got him. Alright, I got a level of rogue and 133 gold. So see, that was worth my time. Alright. Oh, geez, I'm fainting. Oh, no. All right, here's what we're going to do. I do have a scroll of teleportation. I'm going to read B, jump over here. Now I'm going to eat because I wasn't paying attention. Now, now I'm stuck in one of these little stupid mazes. All right. So anyway, did I just see a monster? No. I love these old mods. They're just frustrating. I hate them. All right, let's get out of this. So anyway, yeah. So anyway, long story short, we ended up moving into this house that was built in the 1880s. It was a nightmare. We certainly learned a lot about. There was. Read D. Maniacal laughter in the distance. Oh boy. This is
Don't stop him before he kills again.
I mean, this music does not bode well for what's going on in this game, does it? Where's the stupid maniacal laughter? That's Scare Monster. Now, a nymph will, if they get one hit on you, they don't steal gold, they steal items. Let's quaff that. What is that? Healing. All right. So let's throw some bolts at him. R. All right, we killed the nymph, and they dropped some food. We'll take that. I wish I knew what this song was. I'm wondering if this is something I wrote. No, I don't think so. There was not a lot of insulation in that house, Steve Burt. There was metal pipe all the way around where there had been gas lines. Oh, take it off. They're always going to get you. So this is a bad situation. So I got to put my armor back on because I'm facing a centaur. Let's do this. What am I at? 10 hit points. We're going to make a run for it.
Please don't kill me.
So there were these metal lines around the house, and what they were for was for hooking up lanterns before houses were wired with electricity. It was an old house. Yeah, the nymph, man. The nymph is like the Beastie Boys. She's crafty. She had taken a bath in the chest of drawers, the mirror, the TV, the new guitar chords, my remote control, and my old skateboard. The nymph robbed us blind, she took all we owned, and the boys blame me for not cutting her head. All right, let's throw some bolts. R. That sounds like a pirate. Throw. Well, I've missed every shot. This is it. You've injured it. One more. Nope. Excellent hit on you. Stole my +1 ring mail armor. Could be worse. There's the bolts I missed. Sounds like a racing game background. My little ring found that. Let's read this. Alright, magic weapon. Little +1 to the weapon. Chris, the gold is just really for score. Oh, God. There goes my armor. Look, I had the best armor in the game. And the nymph just stole it. That just went really bad in a hurry. So let's take off this armor. -6 plate mail. I think we could get rid of that. Let's go with some leather studded. And we'll just stick with that. Work our way through. Armor 4. Jeez. Do I have anything for remove curse? Fall asleep. Well, that's good. Healing, monster detection, and more healing. All right. Well. It's 7 minus 1 is what it would have been. So if you look at the bottom of the screen, it shows what my armor class is. So my armor right now is 4. So yeah, plate mail by default I think is 7. There's a scroll of sleep. I think we can drop that safely. All right. Somebody don't let me forget to eat again. Quagga. Oh. All right. Now here's a interesting dilemma. Is that I've searched every room. Now I should be able to. Oh no, I guess he can. So I guess he can lower. I guess studded leather is no good too. So let's see what armor do I have. Studded leather, I mean, -2 leather. That armor's worthless. Let's go to the chainmail. Let's drop. Oh. Let's drop that crap. So, I've been to every room that I think I could find, but I did not see the exit. So I missed the exit somehow. Now I'm passing out. Oh boy, things were going good on this game. So I've missed a room somewhere. Oh, a wraith! Well, welcome to the party. So when it says you suddenly feel weaker, my level just went down. So a wraith is stealing levels from me. Ugh. Yeah, that went great. So either I missed it here, or there's a room here that I've missed. Not here. Okay. Oh, I'm so stupid. Yep, I just missed it. There it is, of course. Oh, okay. We're going to go stand on this exit. The troll hit me and knocked me from 40-something to 30. Let's try again. I hit him. He knocked me down 20. No, he knocked me down 10, 220. I'm going to try to hit him again. He knocked me down to 8. We gone. We gone. See ya, troll. Reminds me of... Oh. All right. Well, I found the exit. 3 potions of healing. I mean, that potions of healing... Well, that's a full healing too. All right. But that quag, all of a sudden, like quag, it's funny how like as you level up. All right. Missed the troll. Oh god, 56 to 44. So that's minus 12. Minus 12. Minus more than 12. Run away! Run away! No. Oh, man. Oh, boy. We're in trouble. So now the problem is that I'm getting into, I keep going down levels, so I'm going to start counting. Oh, gosh. Do I go down again? I mean, now I've skipped like 3 levels. So now the problem, I'm exacerbating the issue, which is I've gone down and down and down without leveling up. Where's my healing? Let's quaff this, quaff that. I mean, a Yeti I can take. I mean, how bad's a Yeti? It's just a drink cooler, right? White mist. What? Oh, and then I just walked into the nymph. Can I? Nope. Oh, I got it. I got it. Okay. Chainmail. The soothing sounds of Rogue. Piping into your ear holes. Pin back. What the heck? We're playing a roguelite tonight called Rogue, which will be the subject of the first episode of Like a DOS, your guide to DOS gaming, bringing you the latest in DOS gaming from 1985. Going to be covering all kinds of stuff. You like XCOM? Oh, Jesus H. We're in trouble. We're in trouble. Oh, 2 trolls. What do I have? Remove curse. A ring that I don't know what it is. Monster detection, which I just detected them because I ran into him. Potion of healing. And Jack. I'm in trouble. I mean, not the kind where I came home too late, but the kind where a troll is going to kick my teeth in. Oh, I killed one of the trolls. So let's try this. Try to get in 1 healing. I mean, my only chance, there's no chance, is if one of these led to a circle. Did I lose him? No, he's got to be right behind me. I think I lost him. Did I lose him? Okay, well, I'm almost out of food. All right, you know what I'm going to do? Let's quaff the monster detection. Let's see if we can see where he is. He's down there in that hallway. See him? Okay. Well, let's just get some hit points back. It's kind of like dancing. It's like flash dance here in the hallway. Okay, now, you want some of this, troll boy? Come on. All right, I did not think this technique would work once, much less twice. All right. That should not have worked. 93 gold. I should be getting... oh my gosh. Yeah, well, I'm going to have to do that a third time. I mean, he took off 20 hit points. Oh, I'm risking it now. Oh my gosh. Oh, well, why not? Throw in a Wraith with the trolls. Let's see, did I lose a level? Yeah. God, so here's, like I said, here's the problem is that I jumped like 4 dungeons and didn't really level up like I should have. There's a Wraith. Let's go ahead and just take this armor too while you're at it. I guess I'm just stuck. I'm just going to live. There's a Wraith. Guess I'm just going to live in a world where people can't have nice armor. Uh-oh. Where's that maze at? I mean, can I choose the same stupid trick a 4th time? I can! It worked! Oh, I was already healed up. Oh! I wasn't paying attention. I almost did it too fast. You see that? You hit the troll. He's gone. I ain't afraid of no trolls. Oh, good. A phantom. I'm invincible! You're a loony. Jack Flack always prevails. Phantom? Phantom? Watching hit points. That was 13. Alright. A Wraith and a Phantom walk into a bar. Chainmail? I mean, oh, and the one I'm wearing is cursed. And what am I wearing? Oh, but wait a minute. Don't I have a remove curse? I do. Okay, let's take that off. Okay, so that's G. A lot going on here. Let's drop that. Let's put on something that's not quite as cursed. Let's try some chainmail. Oh, and it's -3 cursed. And I'm assuming I didn't do that, right? Can I take that off? No, it's cursed. All right, well, that'll be the end of me. There's a long sword. Who cares? Should I go explore that? Oh, there's a quagga. Kill me now, quagga. I have nothing to live for. There's a troll. And a quagga. Oh, this is where I die. This is where I die. I'm in a Centaur troll sandwich. Okay, so let me go this just before. Let me go to inventory here. So chainmail is normally 6, but it doesn't tell you that on this screen. You just kind of have to know that. If you were to put on chainmail that wasn't cursed, it would say armor class 6. So it starts at 6, and then it's -3, and so my current armor class is 3. So That isn't the armor, where it says armor class 3, that's not the armor class of normal chainmail. That's the armor class of this chainmail. I mean, I think the weaker one is the Centaur. Oh. And there's a quagga behind him. I wonder if that's a treasure room, but you know what? We ain't gonna find out. Oh, now I'm back up to 50. 40. Oh, they're gonna tag team me. Nope. See ya. And now I'm weak, and now I don't have any food. I survived the infamous Centaur troll sandwich, which just, Jesus, yeah, it was just a matter of time. Well, I got a ring of pushing up daisies. Let's see. Did I hit my top 10? I did. Look at that. I think champion might be overstating it. By the way, if you don't follow me on Twitter or follow, I guess only Twitter is probably the only place I'm talking about it, but I'm taking a sign language class. So let's see. Let's see. I always get H. Let's see. That's G. That's H. All right. CHAMPION. Champion. Yeah, boy, I thought, I mean, there was a lot of trolls. As you can see, trolls are kind of my natural enemy in this game. The occasional Ervil. Did I do that? Did I kill you, Ervil? But no, this time it's the Phantom, and I think that's where we're going to leave it. So I have not scratched the surface of things to learn about Rogue. There's a lot to... Let's see if I could... There's a lot to learn about the background of the game, how it was written, the stuff that's in it, all that kind of stuff, what things that are in the manual, all that. And we're going to be talking about that on this week's episode of Like a DOS, my brand new podcast about DOS games. So I hope you check it out. You can go to podcast.robohara.com and find all my podcast information, links. You can subscribe. You know what? You can subscribe and then delete them. I don't care. That would be rude. Kind of be a waste of bandwidth on your part, but you know what? It's free country. Where can you find Rogue? Well, if you have Exodos, it is included in that emulation pack. And Exodos is more or less a front-end configuration with DOSBox. So you can get DOSBox, which is a free emulator, and set it up yourself, and you can play Rogue for free. You can get it on Steam, which this is the version I've been playing tonight is on Steam. Depending on where you get it, you may find very slight variations of monsters and things like that. But you know what? The Steam one is like a no hassle. I think it was $3 or something, and you just install it and it runs, and that's what I've been playing tonight. So you can do it on Steam. Steam, Exodos, DOSBox. There's also a lot of million different versions for other computers. L. Curtis Boyle will tell you, yeah, it's on Coco 3. There's an Amiga version. There's a lot of Commodore 64 versions if you play Sword of Fargo or Rogue 64. Those are similar, but so there's lots of ways to play it. Man, thank you, everybody. Thanks again to Hazemaker64 for the raid earlier. It's been amazing just to see all the people that dropped in tonight. It looks like I can't see on Twitch how many people are in here. Does it say on Twitch? In the chat right now, I see, of course, Pinback and Amigos Retro Gaming, Aaron, holding down the fort as moderators. Look at that. Numbers all over the place. You know why? Controls are wiping them out. It was 19, and a troll got one, a Yaga got one. The Yeti took somebody out, down to 15. Oh, Chris Albright, you're too kind. I see a 10 in here. Archdome, Arcade Perfect. You should follow Arcade Perfect. He plays a lot of fighting games. Is it mostly, I think, Street Fighter, some other fighting games. Gosh, Chris Albright, Commander Root, Drazu, Folked. Tell me if I'm saying that right. Gallum Ghost Arcade, the greatest arcade in the Chicago area. You should go to Gallum. You should go to Chicago right now. Go to the Gallum Ghost Arcade. It's an awesome place. Gunfutsu, Gunstar Hero. That's a great game. I said this wrong last time. Hank P. Lovecraft. That's so funny. Hazemaker64. Thank you again for jumping in. Normally I play Commodore 64 stuff, but we ventured off into the realm of DOS tonight. Gosh, Jason Warrens, classic Jason and L. Curtis Boyle representing from Canada. Jay Palmer, Judge Dave, L.A. Cayley representing the West Coast. I just guess where people are from. Leah Strom from Stromberg. Probably not. I just made that up. Is that Pi Gravity? Pig Gravity? I think it's Pi Gravity. I don't know. Retro Fuzz. I'm really bad. You know what? I do a podcast where I read the names of all my Patreon supporters, and I mess those up. I'm like Jeff Smythe. Oh, Smith. Well, there you go. Got Spike Trap Claire. Of course, Steel Rat 666 in the house. Steve Burt's 1010, who was the first one in the door, last one out the door. Texas Foosballer. Texas, always love hanging out, chatting with you. Tiz Cloud, Virgo Pros, and the wide world of retro, the king of 3D printing and City of Heroes, I think is the game that they play. So, North Pole at negative 30°C. What is it here? It's 23 degrees here, Fahrenheit, in Oklahoma. But yesterday it was 61, and tomorrow I think it's going to be another cold day. So, man, thank all you guys for coming out. I had a good time. Check out my podcast. I appreciate, really super appreciate the people that subscribe tonight. But, you know, if nothing else, hit that follow thing. And I'm not smooth like the YouTube kids. I'm like, hit the follow and the bell and the thing. I don't know all that stuff. All I know is if you hit the follow, you get notified when I jump on, which it turns out it's not supposed to be 6 p.m. Central. I forget what time I stream. 7 p.m. Central is a better time. So 7 p.m. Central on Wednesdays, we'll be seeing next week. We might be playing an arcade game next week, or we might be playing more Commodore stuff. So you never know. But anyway, thank you guys. Thanks to everybody for coming out, sticking around. I know you had exciting things planned, other things you could be doing on a Wednesday night, and it thrills me that you would spend it with me. So thank you guys. I'll see everybody soon.